Okay, so today I have my able-bodied assistant. My daughter Sarah is helping. Usually I prop the camera up, but today we're going to see how it works with her doing this and how many takes. So I'm going to talk a little bit about an exercise, or so some exercises you can do for your glutes and hips. Now, I'm not going to get into why the glutes and hips are so important in running. I can if you want, but trust me, they are really critical to running. When your glutes and hips are strong and engaged, because it's possible for them to be strong and not engaged, you will run better, so you'll get a better running economy, and it's going to go a long ways towards reducing some really common running injuries. Now, there are dozens of things that you can do to activate and strengthen your glutes. Actually, I have 3 glute muscles. There's 3 of them in here. You want them all to be strong. If you've got something that's working for you, then keep doing that. There's nothing magical about what I'm going to show you, but I wanted to give you a few examples of some things that you can do and how to make sure that you're not cheating the exercise, because if you're cheating some of the exercises, then you're not going to get the benefit. So I'm going to go through a routine that you can do in somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. Like to see you doing this 3 times a week. Again, does not have to be these. There's many things you can do. So what I'm going to do is get down onto the floor, and I'm going to try and have everything well aligned. So my shoulders, my hips, everything in good alignment. Here's where you could cheat the exercise. If your hips aren't stacked, I don't know how hard it is to tell in the video, but right now I've got my top hip is a little bit back from my bottom hip. When I do that, I'm going to use my back to do the exercise a little bit more than the hips, so I am cheating the exercise. You always want to make sure with what I'm showing you that your hips are stacked. So I want one hip really right above the other, and I want to focus on making sure that I can feel that I'm lifting my leg with my glute and not some other part. So I'm just going to do 10 reps of all the things I'm going to show you. You might not be able to get to 10. 10 may be too easy. Everybody's a little bit different, but this is simply up. I won't do it 10 times in the interest of how much time, but just up and down. Do it slow. Don't go real fast. Use a lot of momentum. When you get done with 10, keep that leg up a little bit. Make sure your hips are stacked. You should be able to feel it in your glute. And now lift the bottom leg up 10 times to meet that one. When you're done with that, again, I'd suggest 10 to 15. Lift them together. Always make sure that you're stacked. And when you're done with that, pull your legs so that they're 90 degrees. You want this one, well, both of them are actually going to be at a 90-degree angle to your body. Again, make sure your hips are stacked. Don't allow yourself to roll back. Get your foot up a little bit. Keep the knee down. And now again, 10 times, making sure you're focusing on lifting with your glute. After you're done with that 10 times, this gets to be a little bit tricky, but tap your toe, tap your knee, tap your toe, tap your knee. Do that 10 to 15 times, and then after that, straighten the leg out as much as you can. And again, making sure your hips are stacked. Do that for 10 to 15 times each side. As I said, 10 may be too much. If you need to pause and take a break, you can pause and take a break. I can tell you when I do this, it really fires it up. I can feel towards the end of that whoa, baby, I've got this thing working. You'll flip, do the other side. I would recommend that you probably do 3 sets of those. As I said in the beginning, there's nothing magic about these. There is magic about doing work with your hips and glutes. You've got to be doing it. You'll be a better runner. You'll reduce your injury. So if you got a favorite, use that. If not, try this 10, 15 minutes, 3 times a week.